Chair. Colleagues, we keep saying that media freedom is a fundamental right at the very foundation of the European Union, and it is. But are we pleased how media and media freedom look these days across the EU? There are some reasons to feel pleased, but there are also other strong reasons why we should worry a lot. In this House, we have had several debates on the status and the role of media in various member states. And I would like to thank Commissioner Kroes for her constant support for media freedom and pluralism. I wish I could say the same for the Commission in general, but the truth is that the reason this report exists is precisely because this Parliament would have liked to see a stronger reaction from the Commission, and especially from the Commissioner for Fundamental Rights, each and every time media freedom has been under threat in any of the Member States. Article 2 of the Treaty and Article 11 of the EU Charter on Fundamental Rights need to be fiercely protected by the Commission as the guardian of the Treaty, which has not happened so far. I therefore hope that the guidelines and the recommendations of this report will from now on be taken into consideration by the Commission and by the Member States, since they represent not only our view as elected representatives of the EU citizens, but also the result of hundreds of hours of consultations with media organisations, unions representatives and regulatory bodies. Basic standards such as journalistic and editorial independence should not be missing from any newsroom. Member States and the EU should support and promote investigative journalism and ethical journalism. It is of great concern that journalists are more and more victims of pressure, harassment and even violence, and we are calling on each Member State to ensure that journalists can report freely and safely. An attack against a journalist should be considered an attack against media freedom and against citizens' rights to be informed, therefore should be immediately investigated and sanctioned. It is of high importance to have in each Member State a transparent and stable legislation that would protect journalists and their mission and as watchdog of society. We should avoid situations such as in my own country, Romania, where after 7 years of having defamation and slander not sanctioned anymore by the Penal Code, now, following a very recent decision of the Constitutional Court, there is a wide confusion about their recriminalisation. In fact, the report we will be voting tomorrow calls on those Member States in which defamation is still a criminal offence to decriminalise it as soon as possible. We need transparency of media ownership. We need to prevent excessive media concentration. We need rules to address conflict of interest resulting from amalgamation of political office and control over media outlets. We need independence of media supervisory bodies. We need journalists not to write nice stuff about us, but to keep all of us informed and to keep us, politicians, in check. We have to make sure they can do their job. That is the very bottom line of this report. Thank you.
Thank you. And first I call Mr. Luhan on 666. You can move seats if you want.
I didn't choose it by myself, sorry. Mulțumesc, domnule președinte, doamnă comisar, stimați colegi. Apreciez foarte mult raportul doamnei Weber și o felicit pentru munca depusă.